It's not for no reason that the Cambrian Patrol has got, I think, a hard-earned reputation for being the toughest single international patrol competition in the world. The hard part is putting your hand up and deciding that you are up for a challenge.
We know it's going to be hard.
So everybody has said that this is one of the hardest things we'll do in our army career.
It's going to be hard, but I think we're ready.
The Cambrian Patrol has been run for over 60 years now, incredibly, and it is, I think without doubt, recognised as the toughest patrolling exercise in the world.
First stand was the battlefield casualty drill stand, and we were told that the local forces was clearing a minefield. As we were waiting, an explosion went off.
So the vehicle then crashed into the minefield.
So we went forward to see if we could assess the situation, and we found that there had been 5 people injured by the explosion and the vehicle being blown up.
From there we then had to cross a minefield to then get to casualties to make sure they were okay.
And then gave life-saving first aid to those casualties before we continued on our patrol.
So when we rocked up to the CBRN stand, it was an urban sort of environment.
So we were told that there'd been an explosion at a hospital in the town of Talgarth. The information suggested that there was a sulphur poisoning and 2 civilians had previously been killed from that poisoning. When we arrived, we were told that 3 hours ago there'd been a bombardment where 2 local soldiers had been affected and they'd had blister agents in their face.
We then had to go clear and find and detect any dangerous gases, chemicals, anything like that.
So we were able to close off the route and mark it as a chemical area so that no other people walked into it by mistake. We were told to move to Salini village, and when we got there we found that the local forces were under fire from some armoured vehicles on the other side of the hill.
We were then told that indirect fire was a constant thing that was happening.
So we were asked to move into an OP and provide some observation.
We then went inside one of the hard standard buildings and then had to do artillery target indication.
To call in artillery to destroy the armoured vehicle threat.
Yeah, river crossing took my life. I knew it was going to be bad, and still it surprised me how awful it was. Getting into cold water just as it starts to go dark isn't the funnest thing. It was an experience I won't forget.
We practiced quite a lot for the river crossing, doing it tactically and talking about the ways it could be done. The water was quite cold. First of all, just basic soldiering, made sure that all of our kit was waterproof before we went there. And we were able to put the Bergens into bivvy bags, which kept them even drier than they would have been otherwise.
Tie it off tight, make sure there's a lanyard coming out of it to then go to a secure line so it didn't drift away if there was a current or anything like that.
From there we continued on the patrol.
So for the section attack, we were met by an agent who led us to an OP.
And we were told that they'd observed the enemy in the area building up a patrol base. We planned a deliberate attack onto that position.
The section commander then split up his section how he saw fit. From there, whilst the fire support was down, Charlie section then moved around to then destroy the enemy.
We were then subsequently contacted by the enemy within the building. When we returned fire, he said he wanted to surrender, so we took him as a CPERS. At the end, we were IDF, so we quickly moved off the position to an ERB.
The patrol overall was an experience, one I won't forget. Definitely tough, definitely challenging. I'd recommend anyone to at least give it a go once.
I think when my guys look back and when I look back, we'll be pleased that we did it. It's quite hard, so during it you are in pain, but after the event it's quite good.
It was really hard. The terrain was really rough, and with this heavy weight on our back, it was a new experience for our team. And such an area, such a long distance was, quite really hard.
Foxtrot 20 Bravo, awarded gold medal.
It is a tough, hard test. Really, it all takes place in the mind. But I hope the experience of coming together, putting the teams together, training, and then getting this under your belt is both professionally and personally very rewarding, and I hope hugely satisfying. And I'm immensely impressed. Well done. And you should be extremely proud of yourself.